I want to tell this air conditioner story. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm going to say I was 9 years old. Okay, here's some irony or whatever you want to call it. Both my mom and dad grew up in Jasper in brand new houses. They weren't big, giant houses, they weren't all that, but they were new houses, and at some point in their childhood, they had air conditioning in their houses. Okay, fast forward when they got married, and when I was 2, and we were living in that rented upstairs at Jackson Street in Jasper, and then the old man got in a fight with Mark Hedinger when he was beating the shit out of his grandma. We moved up here. They bought this place. So this house was about 44, 45 years old when I was born. It was kind of a slap together house by by drunk Germans. Built a little bit like the pioneers would build a house. Not at the level of a house built in Jasper in the 50s, like my mom and dad grew up in. Their house was quite nice compared to this house. We moved in, it was mouse infested. I mean, mouse infested. The roof leaked like crazy when it would storm when I was a little kid. No air conditioning. My room was upstairs, and it was extremely hot up there. And my mom, the part of the upstairs that was sort of 2 bedrooms, my bedroom and their bedroom, with a hall connected and then going down the stairs, my mom had insulated with that pink insulation that area on top and the walls, with the idea that they were basically going to air condition that half of the upstairs, and then the other half, which was not insulated, would then just be, maybe open the windows or something. It got extremely hot up there. The hot air would get trapped. There was no vent to let the air out. It would just hang up there in the rafters of the roof with the shingles, and then it'd work its way down, and it was extremely hot. Now, you might think that, if they were going to air condition the bedrooms, that would make sense to insulate that part that was being used as bedrooms. One big catch on that is they put an air conditioner in their bedroom and then put a door on their bedroom, but no air conditioner in my room. So I was out in the heat. And because it was insulated, that meant the heat was trapped even more in my room. Like the heat that was in my room couldn't radiate up as much out of the room. It would have made a lot of difference, but it made it worse. All the rooms upstairs, all the windows are tiny little windows, but they're a couple of small rooms. So the old man bought a window air conditioner that would fit in one of those little windows, and it did great. His bedroom, with the door shut, was good on those hot summer nights. I, just one room over, with no air conditioning, was laying there fucking sweating and roasting in that fucking bed. I was sweating through the sheets, unable to sleep, and then when I would fall asleep, I'd wake up gasping for fucking air. And all the fuck these two fuckers had to do was buy one more window air conditioner and put that in my room. And it could have cooled. They could have let it open. Even if they didn't want to put a door in my room, that would have been okay. The cool air would have went down the stairs, filled that up. It would have took the humidity out, and it would have been 1,000 times better. Throughout my childhood, every summer I roasted like a motherfucker up there in that fucking room because that prick old man, and I'm going to lump them both together, both these fuckers, because my mom could have said, hey, we're getting a fucking air conditioner for Shane's room, and that's just how the fuck it's going to be. She could have just said it. She could have went and bought it. Something. All right? I remember waking up. They're sleeping in their fucking room. I'm in my room. They got their air conditioner going. I'm fucking having a nightmare of gasping for air and can't breathe. And I jump up out of the bed in the heat and the humidity and run out in the hall gasping for air and like I'm fucking dying. For fucking real. Like, it wasn't a put on. It wasn't, I wasn't planning this to be like dramatic. That's how I felt coming out of a uncomfortable sleep in the middle of the night. And the old man thought it was fucking funny. He stood there laughing at me as I was gasping for fucking air, like I was suffocating to death in that fucking heat. And my mom said, just let him sleep in our room. And he's like, okay. So I could sleep on the fucking floor in their fucking room. At least a few nights. All the fuck these assholes had to do was buy another goddamn window air conditioner. I found, I think this is a Sears catalog. I think it's Sears. I'm looking at the window air conditioners from that time. This is from the late 70s, I think this is. Okay? I'm looking at the fucking air conditioners. 4,000 BTU. A standard model cost $125 and the so-called high efficiency $165. Okay? So for way less than $200, the standard model probably would have been great and wonderful. Especially if they would have just put a little flimsy door on my room to help it out. $125 fucking dollars is all the fuck they would have had to spend to spare me the suffocating, gasping fucking heat and humidity so that I could have fucking slept better and felt better at school or at home or wherever the fuck those two insensitive, unloving, uncaring goddamn motherfuckers that grew up as kids. At some point they had air conditioning in their fucking houses when they were kids. Those fucks never put an air conditioner in my fucking room throughout my childhood. And they could have done it for $125 fucking dollars. There's something fucked up in these people's heads. Especially when you have an episode where your kid wakes up from a gasping, suffocating nightmare to the point of everybody gets out of bed to see what the hell's going on. You think at that point, be like, we're definitely buying an air conditioner for Shane's room. Nope. No fucking way. No fucking way. I don't know how you explain that shit. You know, I can sit here and roll out every cuss word, but, you know, I'll let everybody process that for themselves. Here's another little on this air conditioner thing. This is something that occurred to me not too long ago when I was thinking about it. How I was a little boy up there suffocating in that heat for no fucking reason other than my mom and dad couldn't get their heads out of their asses and spend $120, $150 on a fucking air conditioner. Let's think about this. I was up there sweating in that fucking upstairs like fucking Cool Hand Luke in the fucking hot box, alright? Fucking Paul Newman didn't have it so bad in that fucking hot box as I did. Here's a little something to think about. When I was a little boy in the 70s and 80s, sweating in that fucking upstairs trying to sleep and suffocating in that fucking heat and humidity, I was the only one. My mom and dad both had air conditioning. My dad's mom and dad in their house, they had central air conditioning. My mom's mom and dad in their house, they had central air conditioning. My mom's sister and their boy, my cousin, they were living in their trailer. They had air conditioning. All of the aunts and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, mom and dad, all of them, when they went to sleep at night, had air conditioning. There was one fucking person out of both sides of the family who went to bed and slept without air conditioning, and that was me. I was the only one out of both sides of the fucking families.